Hello everyone and welcome back to another video. In today's video, in this particular video, we're going to be looking at price charts. So the different types of price charts. In the previous video, in the beginning of this session, we looked at different ways of analyzing the markets from fundamental to sentimental to technical. And then technical analysis, which we refer to chart analysis, which is a framework where we look at historic price movements to try and make future decisions. So we'll look at the different types of price chart, and the most popular price chart, which is the candlestick chart, which is one you'll be working with most of the time. So let's jump straight into it. Okay, so here what we'll be running through the different types of price charts, from the line charts to the bar chart and the candlestick chart, and I'll show you all of them, exactly how you could get them on your MT4. Now, price charts. In order for us to study price, or the price of an asset or an instrument, how they move, we need some sort of way to look at its historic and current price behavior. So basically, we want to see what price has done over time. That's what the price chart is for. So you can see that, over time it has been going, it has increased from here to here or decreased from here to here. That is basically what a price chart is. You can have a price chart for anything, whether it's the price of commodities, or maybe whether the price of a service. You can plot the the charts, which is based on price, which is on the x-axis, against time, which is on the y-axis, okay? So a price chart happens to be the first tool that every trader using technical analysis needs to learn. You need to learn how to look at the chart, how to study the chart, and how to understand what you see. A chart is simply a visual representation of a currency pair's price over a set period of time. So the time scale is shown on the x-axis, while the price is shown on the y-axis. Now, it enables us to visually see the trading activities that are taking place over within a single trading period. So we can look at it in blocks of 10 minutes, in blocks of time periods. So for example, when you're setting up, when you're looking at your chart, you could be looking at the 1 minute chart, the 5 minute charts, the 15 minute charts, the 1 hour charts, or even the 1 week charts. So whatever time frame you're looking at, it is going to show you in that condensed period, the price movement in blocks of time. Now, any financial assets with data over a period of time can be used to form this type of chart. So as you can see on the screen, this is a simple, basic chart for an instrument, right? You can see now. Don't worry, you would explain this particular type of charts in a few minutes. Okay. Now, there are three major types of popular types of price charts. So there's the line charts, there's the bar chart, and there's the candlestick chart. So let's start off by looking at the line chart. Now, the line chart is basically it's a simple line that draws from one closing price to the next closing price. Now, when you string it together, it forms a line. So think about it this way. Imagine that the price of an asset opens, at the beginning of the day is at price X, and let's say X happens to be 20. Now, at the close of the day, price rise up to maybe 22 or 22.5. Then the next day, it closes at 25. And then the day after that, it closes at, let's say, 24. So you can collect the closing prices of those times, or, you can connect the closing prices, and it would form a line, hence being a line chart. So the line chart shows you how price has moved over a period of time, showing you, taking into consideration only the closing price. So this is what it will look like. It will look like a strings of line on the x-axis here or down here. You can see that this is time, and then on the y-axis here, you can see that this is price. So over time, this is how price has been moving, taking into consideration only the closing price. Now, the next type of chart, this type of chart actually can be used to basically spot the trend and filter out some of the noises. So like it's shown here, it's best used to show the trend or to get a big picture. You don't necessarily need to do it, but it filters out some of the noises in price. Now, the next type of chart is the bar chart. Now, similar to the line chart, the bar chart also shows you price movement over a period of time. But unlike the line chart, where it only considers the closing price, the bar chart takes in a little more information. So it shows you the opening price, right? The highest price, the lowest price, and the closing price. So it's an OHLC, so you sometimes called OHLC type of chart. Now, so think about it this way. Let's go back to the same example we use. Imagine the price of an of an asset or an instrument at the beginning of the day, which is like 12 a.m. The price opens at 20, right? But at the end of the day, it ended up closing at 22.5. So at the close of the day, it closed at 22.5. The line chart would only pick 22.5. However, the bar chart would also take into consideration during the period, in this case, which is a day, they were, before it gets to from 12 a.m. to 11:59, which is going to be the end of that day, price would have moved up, down, up, down, up, down. So within that period, there was a time, there probably would be a time where price was much lower than, maybe lower than 20, which it started, maybe even higher than 22.5, which it ended up closing at. So the highest price and the lowest price will be taken into consideration, as well as the opening price and the low price. So now, this is what a bar chart looks like. So it shows you the open price on one side. As you can see here, shows you the open price. So let me just get my pen. It shows you the open price, right? The highest price during the period, the lowest price, and also the close price. So the line chart would only show you the close price and then string everything together to form something like that. However, the bar chart will show you the open, the low, the close, and the high price. Okay. Now, so this would be what it looks like. Let me just erase all of this. Okay, so this is the same chart that I just showed you earlier on for the line chart. This is the same chart for the bar chart, right? So you can see that it shrinks together a number of bars. It gives us more information and it's quite useful, but it's actually quite difficult to read because you have to try and, in order to see where it opens and where it closes, you need to look at where it's coming from and where it's exiting from. Now, an upgrade to the bar chart is where we come into the candlestick chart. So candlestick chart is the most popular type of chart, and it's the type of chart you will be using mostly in your trading because it shows us way more information in a visually appealing manner. Now, the candlestick chart is a variation of the bar chart. So it shows us the same information that the bar chart shows us. However, the candlestick chart colors them in such a way, it kind of makes it prettier, nicer, in such a way that we can easily see if price appreciated or depreciated within a period. So basically, if price opens, if the opening time for an asset, let's say at the beginning of the day, it opened at 20, right? However, if it closed at, let's say, 18, it depreciated for that day. If it closed at 22 or 20, it appreciated for that day. So price can either appreciate or depreciate within a specific period, or sometimes it can stay exactly the same. But mostly it will either increase or decrease within a particular period. So candlestick chart just colors the bar chart and makes it easier for us to visualize. So candlestick charts help us to visualize bullish or bearish sentiment in the market by coloring the bodies of the candle. Now, the actual color of the candles can be customized to whatever you like. It can be, you can make the bullish candle green and the bearish candle red, or the bullish candle white and the bearish candle black. But whatever the case is, you'll be able to see what's going on simply by looking at the chart. Now, here's the same chart that we've been showing you for the line chart, the bar chart, and now the candlestick chart. And you can see it actually shows, it's actually more prettier. It's finer, basically. It looks better in the eyes. And you can see how prices have been moving. Now, in a candlestick chart, let me just go back here. In a candlestick chart, it also shows us the high price, the close price, the opening price, and the low price. Now, as you can see here, the highest point is the high price. So the highest point in that particular thing is the high price, right? The high price. The lowest point is the low price, where it opened, and then where it closed will determine if it's a bullish or a bearish candle, right? So basically, this is the candlestick charts in comparison to others. Now, this is the same chart for the for the chart that we've been looking at all through. And you can see that, it shows us way more information and it's more visually appealing. So let's take, for example, this big black candle. So what it's telling us is, because this is a black candle, it means price depreciated. It means price opened at this point, right? And closed at this point. But during that period, which in this case is a daily chart, there was a point where price was as high as here and as low as here. So it shows us the open, the close, the high, and the low price of the instruments for every single, every single bar or every single candle. And this is, it's enabled us to see that, okay, you can see clearly that, okay, during this period, price has been appreciating, right? Price has been appreciating because you could see more bullish candle. Here, price was depreciating. As you can see, more bearish candle. Again, price appreciated. And, so it helps you to visually see what's going on in price just simply by looking at the chart now, right? So mostly you'll be working with the candlestick chart, as this is basically a better type of chart to look at. Now, this is the line chart. So just the visual contrast. This is the line chart, right? The same instrument is still USD against the JPY, the daily time frame. This is the line chart, right? This is the bar chart. You can see it's the same instrument. This is the candlestick chart. So the line chart, the bar chart, and the candlestick chart showing us basically price movements. But with this one, it gives us more information to be able to make more use of when we're doing analysis. Don't worry when we start looking at candlestick formation or price patterns or looking for support and resistance and other blocks and all of those fancy things, you'll see that it makes more sense. It's quite easier to trade using the candlestick setup. Okay. So the purpose of candlestick chart is strictly to serve as a visual aid, since it's the same exact amount of information that the candlestick chart shows us, that the bar chart shows us. The advantage of the candlestick charts are, one, it's easy for us to interpret and it's a good place for beginners to start figuring out chart analysis. The second point is that candlestick charts are easier to use. Your eyes adapt almost immediately to the information in the bar once you understand what you're looking at. Plus, obviously, the chart shows that visual aid helps with studying and might help you to trade even better. Now, candlestick charts and candlestick patterns, obviously they have cool names. You learn about them: the bullish pin bar, the bullish hammer, the engulfing patterns, and we're able to see this because we're able to spot this on the chart simply because we have those, because it's candlestick setups and they're quite easier to use. Candlestick charts are good for identifying market turning points, trend reversal, when the market is moving from an uptrend to a downtrend and vice versa. So here's where we come to the end of this particular video where we're looking at the different types of charts. I will push over to the next content where we would even take it even further. So I hope you enjoy I hope you enjoy the lesson. If you have difficulties, you can always rewatch it and then get the most information out of this. So thanks, and I'll see you in the next slide.